Many of us, I dare say, have witnessed local, national, or international exposition of material objects that make up the sum total of human civilization. But few can entertain the idea of there being such a thing as an exposition of human institution. Exhibition of human institution is a strange idea. Some might call it the wildest of ideas, but as a student of ethnology, I hope you will not be hard on this innovation, for it is not so, and to you, at least, it should not be strange. You all have visited, I believe, some historic places like ruins of Pompeii and listen with curiosity to the history of the remains as it flowed from the glib tongue of guide. In my opinion, a student of ethnology, in one sense at least, is much like the guide. Like his prototype, he holds up, perhaps with more seriousness and desire of self instruction, the social institutions to view with all the objectiveness humanly possible and inquiries into their origin and function. Most of our fellow students in this seminar, which concern itself with the primitive versus modern society, have ably acquitted themselves along these lines by giving lucid exposition of the various institutions, modern or primitive, in which they are interested. It is my turn now this evening to entertain you as best I can with a paper, The Caste in India, Their Mechanism, Genesis, and Development. I need hardly remain I need hardly remind you of the complexity of subject I intend to handle. Subtle minds and abler pens than mine have been brought to the task of unraveling the mysteries of the caste, but unfortunately, it still remains in the domain of the unexplained, not to say of the ununderstood. I am quite alive to the complex intricacies of a hoary institution like caste, but I am not so pessimistic as to relegate it to the reign of unknowable, for I believe it can be known. The caste problem is a vast one, both theoretically and practically. Practically, it is an institution that port- portends tremendous consequences. It is a local problem, but one capable of much wider mischief. For as long as caste in India does exist, Hindus will hardly intermarry or have any social intercourse with outsiders. And if Hindus migrate to the other region on the earth, Indian caste would become a world problem. Theoretically, it has defied a great many scholars who have taken upon themselves as a labor of love to dig into its origin, such being the case. I cannot treat the problem in its entirety, time, space, and acumen. I am afraid would all fail me if I attempt to do so.